What's up there, YouTube Brian? Hey, happy Halloween, everybody! Happy Halloween! man, this YouTube wants something else, bro. Happy Halloween, everybody. I know it's been a while since I got on here and talked, so I thought I'd do a little channel update, have a little discussion, and just to come on here to brag about how I was completely 100% right in that video right there. Click the link there below the video, or the little thing on the screen, about how the Xbox One did not need exclusive games to sell well. So the pre-orders and the Xbox One X stock is selling out September 21st. Okay, so Xbox One X has been selling out. It's selling bigger than any other console that they've sold. So basically what people said was, look, $500 is worth it if the console, if the equipment I'm buying is better than the other equipment. So people said, oh, you can't, people won't pay $500 for a console. Really? They pay $1,000 for a phone. It's a phone. They can have a whole hours and hours and hours of enjoyment out of a console. Yeah, you can get a lot of enjoyment out of a phone too, but for the most part, you know, they surf Facebook and stuff on their phone and social media, Instagram, take pictures and stuff. That's really cool, and everybody needs a phone, but not everybody needs a console, and I get that. But if you are going to be buying a gaming system, $500 is cheap for an Xbox One X. Let's be honest. The hardware is much, much, much better. It doesn't need exclusive games to sell because the hardware is better. Like I said in the other video, and a lot of people going, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You have to have exclusive games. No, you don't. The hardware is that much better. The Xbox One X does true 4K, in some cases at 60p, which is amazing. It does true 4K. The textures are better. They found out that a lot of games, because the Xbox One X has more memory than the PlayStation 4 Pro, the Xbox One X can actually have the higher resolution graphics installed. So it actually has higher resolution textures on the games, so it looks better. So if you're going to have a console that looks better, plays better, and is faster, $500, it's only $100 more than the competition. See, the problem with the original Xbox was, and the Xbox One, is that it cost more. It was more than the PlayStation 4, like $100 more, but the quality was less. They were like, oh, it's 960p or whatever. It's not even doing 1080p. It looks soft. It looks blurry. The videos were everywhere about how the video quality wasn't as good. It looked like there was like a film over the front of the video. It wasn't as clear. It didn't run as smoothly. There was a bunch of problems. And people said, well, if I'm going to spend an extra $100, it at least has to be as good as the competition and have some more features that I want. See, people want features. They want the things that they're buying to do more. Like my phone. It has features. It has dual cameras on it. And the funny thing is I remember seeing people and I was like, oh, yeah, I said it's got the two dual cameras on the back. And I've had this phone for months now. But it's a Huawei Mate 9. But it has dual cameras. And I said, well, this dual cameras is better for like taking the portrait shots. And the people that didn't have the dual cameras that I talked to were like, you don't need that feature. You don't need that. And then they came out with the feature on the new version, and now they're like, oh, I really like that feature. I'm like, but a little while ago, when you had the phone that didn't have it, you didn't see a reason to have the feature. But now that you have the feature, oh, now it's the greatest feature ever. I was never the kind of person that made excuses for something I had. Like, I wouldn't go, oh, well, this doesn't work as well, but it's okay because of this, and I don't really need that. You know, there was always a group of people that always did that to justify the thing that they did have. Back when the GH1 came out, in the Wedding Cinema forum on YouTube, everybody was posting, I was posting, hey, I use a GH1. And everybody that used a Canon 7D or whatever said, oh, that shoots in AVC HD. That's not a commercial format. That's like a consumer format. That's not a real, nobody will, accept that footage. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if it looks good, right? I mean, if it's good looking footage, it doesn't matter if it's AVC HD or not, which is basically H.264. And I try to explain, you're basically shooting in the same format, but your files aren't being stitched together automatically. AVC HD is H.264. Anyway, I tried to explain it, and there was one guy I remember, and he was a good friend of mine. He's a really nice guy. He was shooting like with Canon 5D Mark II and stuff like that, and he was like, oh, I was shooting with like a GH2 or a GH3. He's like, oh, that shoots on the consumer format. You can't really shoot with that. I'm like, it's not a consumer format. It's perfectly fine. Well, fast forward like a year later, almost a year, 2 years, a couple years later, he bought a Canon C100. And when I found out that the Canon C100 shot in AVC HD, it's supposed to be a professional, it's even more professional of a camera than any of the little DSLRs, he made excuses. Ever since that time, I was like, wait a minute, I thought the AVC HD was a consumer format. Yours shoots in AVC HD. What are you doing with that camera? And he goes, well, they've improved it over. They've improved it. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing. They had the higher bitrate, AVC HD, that shot 1080p 60. They already had the higher, it's the same thing. It's H.264, it's the same thing. AVC HD stitched the files together for you at the breaks at the 4 gig file limit to overcome the 4 gig file limit. That's all it did. It just stitched it together. But anyway, I just thought it was funny. It's the same kind of thing. You see it every time. Samsung will come out with a phone that has face detection. People don't use it because the fingerprint reader works better. Apple comes out with one that has, Apple users go, oh, you don't need that. You don't need that face detection. It's no sense. A fingerprint reader is the only thing we really need. You're just throwing gimmicks at people because you can't copy Apple's quality. Then Apple comes out with one that only has face detection, and all of a sudden face detection is the greatest thing ever, and you don't need a fingerprint reader. Google Pixel comes out, oh, I can't believe Apple took away the headphone jack. A year later, they come out with their own phone without a headphone jack. You see what I'm saying? It's this whole thing where people just always, I've never been that way. I'll try anything new. I'll try any other camera. I'll use it. I'll try it. If it works good for me, I'm happy. If it doesn't work good, I'm not happy. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys an update. I'm moving. So I'll have more room for edit. See, my office here is kind of small. It's like 5 feet past the camera, if that, to the other wall. So I can't really, I've put the camera over to the far side, and I can't really do my unboxing videos and stuff with my desk, with the distance from the window to the desk is only like 3 feet. So it's not, I don't have enough room. If I had more room, I could do more videos, more unboxing videos and stuff like that. I don't. So I'm moving, not just for that reason, but I happen to be moving. And my new office is much larger. It's a lot larger than this. So I can set it up to give you guys some more content, more videos on more different things. Like I'm gonna do more videos on Edius and editing, more videos on Premiere. Not as much. Some more vlogs, some more gaming videos, because I still play Battlefield, and I play The Division, and I play Quake Champions. I play some games, and I still haven't upgraded my video card because I'm waiting for the next ones from Asus and other manufacturers come out on the Vega 56 and 64. That's what I'm waiting for, because those are, as long as it can do 1440p on my wide monitor, I'm good. I don't need 4K for that. Although I did see something pretty cool. I'll show you real quick. This is my 1440p gaming monitor that I love to edit on. I love this monitor. It's awesome. 100 hertz, refresh, everything. So if this monitor was a 4K monitor, I'm going to show you something cool that Edius does, and it's another thing. It's another handy feature that Edius does that Premiere doesn't do. Okay, so I'm going to open up Edius here. I already have it open because I was editing. My footage is gone, so I can't have it over there. So I've got basically over here in this left monitor on Edius, I have my intro video. This is my intro video that you just watched. I was editing this same feature, but I didn't realize that I had my camera set to, my second shooter shot it and set it up to like the exposure compensation like way over, so I was like all overblown. I couldn't tell on the little monitor because it's a distance away, and I have glasses. I can't see too well because I wear glasses. This is the bin. On this monitor is the bin, and on this monitor is the main thing. So if I'm editing, say I'm going to drag my clip down here to the timeline, right? And now it plays over here on the right-hand monitor. Typical of Adobe. Premiere does it. Like I can click it, play it over there. There it is. It's over there playing. See? Down on the bottom, if I put this puts the overlay on the bottom. See the little overlay things here? So I'll show you. The overlay plays the graphic at the bottom of the video, and it has the time code on it. So basically, it just plays through right here. See? Fast. So, render overload area, it does it almost instantaneous. Look how fast it renders, so fast, the timeline. So just to make it quick, it takes literally about 15 seconds to render that file. It renders super fast. I'm editing this entire vlog in Edius, just to try, I can do like small stuff to vlog. I'm working on some weddings, but it's too much to learn. It's too much for me to pick up and learn right away as fast, but it might end up being quicker once I get used to it. Okay, but I can turn it off and then you don't see the overlay, right? You ready for the cool part? Here's the cool part. Double click this monitor and it automatically goes to the external screen. So if this was an external 4K TV, I could basically just double click this, it takes the bin away and puts it out on the external screen. If I double click it again, it goes back. So whatever your external screen is, you can have your external screen as, say, the bin, or if you're running multiple monitors, you could have two of these, have one that plays the thing, and you can have a third monitor as a 4K monitor and set it up to always play out to the 4K monitor. Or if you have two screens like this and one is 4K, you can use that 4K for the bin and different stuff, and then just double click this and it goes to the external monitor and hit the space bar and it plays. With no overlay, no graphics. So you could have it going to a projector or whatever, and it plays right out. That's just awesome. I mean, there's a way to do it in Premiere, but you have to go in and change the output settings to work. This you don't. You just double click the monitor and boom, it comes on. How awesome is that? Edius is a really, really awesome program. I can't believe more people don't use it. I was looking at a video of another guy on YouTube who uses Final Cut X, and Final Cut X reminds me a lot of Edius when it first came out. And that's what got me thinking about Edius again. I was like, gee, I need to jump on Edius again, because he was complaining about how Final Cut X was so much quicker and all this stuff. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and stay tuned. I'm gonna be posting more videos soon of different things. So, I've got a bunch of different things that I'm gonna be doing. A lot of unboxings. Because I'll definitely be buying a video card soon. It's just I'm waiting. I don't want the 1070 Ti. First I was thinking, well, maybe that'll be a pretty good card, but if you're gonna spend that money, just get the 1080. It doesn't make any sense to get the 1070 Ti. Anyway, Holler at you later, YouTube. I'm out.